Here is the mashup.
From May 2012, from some of the shows done on the Space Dog Radio Show.
From someplace over Monaco, from someplace over Fort Lee, New Jersey, and from someplace over Tennessee, USA. From the flight deck, this is the Space Dog on Space Dog Radio, along with the crew, Randall the Handle.
What's up, Earth? How you doing?
And the Hitman.
Hello, folks. This is Hitman.
Today we've got a really hard issue to stand up for. Man sues BMW, claims motorcycle gave him a 20-month erection. From someplace over the breast-infested planet of Earth. There's a new book out. This looks really interesting. It's called Breasts, A Natural and Unnatural History.
I have said equipment. Apparently our breasts are fire retardant, which I said to him immediately means I'm a firefighter.
Today we're talking about CISPA passing the House cybersecurity bill approved despite White House veto threat.
What the hell, people? You gave up. You thought that we beat SOPA and that's it, we're done. And you just didn't think they were going to come back with another shot at it. This is a continual fight. People need to pay attention to this one as well, and the next one, and the next one.
If you're federal government, you should not need something like CISPA to protect your federal information or your sensitive information.
From the flight deck of Space Dog Radio, this is a Space Dog along with the crew, Randall the Handle.
What's up, Earth? How you doing?
The Hitman.
Hello, folks. This is Hitman coming at you.
And on the phone with us is a very special guest, Ms. May Palmer, the Queen of Ivory Soul. Thanks for joining us, May Palmer.
Oh, thank you, baby. You always make me feel like royalty.
As it should be.
You are my queen.
Love you, baby.
We're really excited. Obviously, you're a renowned singer around Seattle, and you've been working really hard as far as a lot of your tours. You've played gigs all around the world, and now you've got something really exciting coming up for a TV show. Tell us about it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so we are heading out to our hometown of Providence, Rhode Island on Sunday, May the 6th, so that I will be front and center to audition for the second season of The X Factor, which of course we all know is Simon Cowell's, creation.
Tweet us. We're the Twitterists of tweetusness on the Space Dogness.
I've twatted before.
I've never Twitter baited. I've never tweeted.
I've tweeted.
Sorry.
I did once, and a nun caught me.
She was found guilty, and that charge comes with a minimum 20 years. So the whole stand your ground law in Florida did not stand for her.
Did not apply.
Did not apply to her.
It actually seems like in this particular case, this law was used to the letter of the law to prosecute her, because they said, well, you have the stand your ground law, aside from the other laws that we already have on the books in Florida.
It kind of lends itself to institutionalized racism, in my opinion. And let's be real. The fact of the matter is that Melissa Alexander shot a round. Yes, she discharged a firearm in the city, which could potentially hit anyone, not just the two children who were involved in the craze directly, but just about anyone. Yes, that is a crime, and it should be punished. But 20 years, a life sentence, the same sentence we get murders, is absolutely ridiculous.
Today we're talking about small business solutions. I join Jan Straub, owner and small business operator of Mukilteo Chocolate Company in Mukilteo, Washington, just north of Seattle. Thanks, Jan, for having me in. I really appreciate talking to you.
Space Dog, I'm so glad to see you again.
I gotta tell you, I feel like I'm gaining weight here, just sitting here, because it smells so delicious. You have a wide variety. You've got the cookies and cream, you got the Rocky Road, handmade fudge, and then you have some really specialized chocolates over here. You have buttered rum, key lime. What are some of your favorite specialty chocolates that you make?
I call them my out of the blue truffles, so if I get a special request, I say sure, because I make everything myself, why not?
Yeah.
I really do take a personal satisfaction from knowing who my customers are. I like to know what makes them happy. I like to make what makes them happy. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, great. Jan Stroud, owner of the Mukilteo Chocolate Company, thanks again for talking to me. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
I so enjoyed meeting you. I'm so glad you made your way back here.
I don't know if you guys noticed this the other night, but there was a 40-foot long asteroid that came within about 119,000 miles of Earth. You guys catch that?
No, it cruised through our layer of satellites and didn't hit one of them. I think that in itself is incredible.
I'm Donald Tyler.
Donald?
And I love being here, man. I think I'm gonna make this my home. I'm gonna settle down here.
Let me ask you, your favorite performer ever, trumpet player?
My favorite? Oh man, that's a tough.
What about Wynton Marsalis? You know Wynton.
Wynton Marsalis is still rated as a top of the line trumpeter. It always will be. But you gotta put your boy in there with him. Although he play a different style, Mr. Chuck Mangione.
Oh!
You dig?
Live from Jackson Street, Seattle, I'm here with a bicycle taxi driver on his first Sounders game day. What do you think so far?
I think they look pretty good. I mean, the fans are hyped up. I've only been to Seahawk games, but I'm loving the vibe down here. I've been to Seattle all my life, and that's what our fans should be like for every sport.
Absolutely. So, how's the life as a bicycle taxi rider down here around Seattle? You love it?
Yeah, I love it. I love the people, man. I love the city, and it's actually a pretty profitable business as well.
For the Sounders game, this is Space Dog on Space Dog Radio. I'm standing in front of something with a guy. It says, Occupy Green Energy Economy, play more sports, cancel all wars, free peace info, occupy peace through 9/11 truth.
My name is Robin Horden. I'm a longtime peace and political activist, and I'm out here kind of changing the way that public activism is done.
I appreciate all those things, but okay, so say I'm just a guy walking up here and I see your sign. It says Occupy Green Energy Economy. What does that mean?
Okay, my interpretation of the term occupy means to get involved and to do something about whatever the subject is. It's not to occupy a building or a park or a tent or something like that. It was at first, we're still going to have some of that, but in reality, it's to occupy an issue that you care about and fix it.
From someplace over Penn Cove, near Whidbey Island in Washington State, USA, this is the Space Dog on Space Dog Radio. And where I'm standing looks out over the water of Penn Cove, where about a week ago, a 128-foot long boat caught fire and sank 60 feet into the water. The cove is known for its delicacy shellfish, which are favorites in local restaurants and around the world. But now a sheen of petroleum floats on the water, and all harvest of shellfish has been stopped due to the possible toxic contamination by the sunken ship. From someplace over Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, this is the Space Dog on Space Dog Radio, talking about the slut walk. From someplace over Beijing, China. From someplace over Cairo, Egypt. From someplace over the great state of Wisconsin, USA. Within a matter of days, Wisconsin will be deciding whether they recall their current governor or put a new one in place. From someplace over Cape Canaveral, Florida, USA, an amazing feat took place. The first ever private rocket lifted off and docked with the International Space Station. The 178-foot tall Falcon 9 rocket lifted off at 3:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The Falcon, named after the Millennium Falcon of Star Wars fame, had a successful launch, carrying on top of it the Dragon capsule.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And launch of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket as NASA turns to the private sector to resupply the International Space Station.
Starting gravity turn.
First stage engine to full power, looking good.
We have a solid telemetry link and the power systems are normal.
First stage propellant utilization.
It then did some maneuvers around the International Space Station to ensure it was good to go to be captured. It was then captured by the International Space Station and docked.
Capture is confirmed.
A huge sensation. Looks like we got us a dragon by the tail.
The crew from someplace over North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, USA. This is the Space Dog on Space Dog Radio. We've featured many different artists of all types of eclectic tastes from all around the world. We take pride in that. And this month's featured artist is no different. The leader has been playing the upright bass ever since he was 10 years old. He progressed through the ranks, mostly playing with jazz bands, but also doing some rock. He now has his own jazz trio. From North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, USA, Space Dog Radio is proud to introduce this month's featured artist, the Denny Hess Trio. And there goes some music from this month's featured artist, Denny Hess Trio. They've got a new album out called Gypsy. You can find it on their Facebook page, and you can also hear them on Reverb Nation. Again, I'll post some information on the blog for Space Dog Radio about this highly talented jazz trio. Special thanks to Denny Hess Trio for being this month's featured artist on Space Dog Radio. For Space Dog Radio, this is the Space Dog, thanking once again Denny Hess Trio and all who listen. Be safe, be happy, and we'll catch you next orbit.